Welcome back to Class Culture. Welcome to Art Smart. I had to get my words out. It's been a long day, but I'm excited. I'm getting it in. Again, welcome back to Art Smart. I love it because I'm totally relaxed. We're just talking. I'm sharing, I'm building my channel, I'm adding content. It's exactly where I want it to be, you guys. I have been planning and I'm staying on track. So welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed aesthetics. I got great commentary and feedback. Thank you, members. You're my day one members. When I say day one, I'm talking to you, boo. I appreciate you. People are signing on. Just give it a minute. It's going to matter a lot when I'm in full-blown production mode. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. This is what it takes to build a brand, to build your company, to stay on track, to never let anybody knock you off your perch, and stay hashtag focus, because we are in flux over here in class culture. So I'm really happy. So this topic, I just want to hit it. And maybe the next 3 days, do 2 more, because you're in the energy already. So this feels good. 2 a day on whichever days I choose to do it. So think about it, class culture. At the end of the year, all of these will be done. And I'm super happy. So welcome back. Let me get on with the show. I appreciate you, boo, so much. I really do. Welcome to Art Smart. And again, thank you, new members. I am your curator, DEIRDREHELENA. And in these episodes, I will simply demonstrate design. We discuss all visual elements, even the techniques that bring balance to your life. Let's talk art and craft as well. Whatever your heart desires. I love opening the show with that. Because it's true, it's genuine. It's just me talking to you. Okay? Topic.
More carrots. Don't tear it. More carrots. Where's Garrett? Here I come from the west side. The left side. The right brain.
Yes, analysis. Now we get to discuss the aesthetics and analyze them. So we're going to build slowly. If I were you, just like I do, remember I went to Target and I bought all those journals for $3. Well, I went and got another one. And I'm putting each topic on each page. You can even go to the dollar store. It doesn't matter. But make it something you can carry with your, on your person, with you when you visit museums, art shows. Have it on you all the time. You might be outside, like in the city of San Francisco. The architecture is beautiful. And you might want to pull it out and add notes. And that becomes your art journal for the year 2021. So yes, let's talk about analysis. This is heavy. I know it's going to be more than 30 minutes. So sit back, relax. I'm going to welcome everyone for watching this episode of Art Smart. I'm going to keep it public until Sunday and then make it private, just to show everyone what we got going on over here. Okay, again, I'm just totally relaxed. I'm not even tripping. I'm not reading off of no scripts. I wrote things down, but you know me by now. It's totally natural, and I'm just sharing with you. Okay, so let's get into this topic. Again, it's going to be heavy, heavy, heavy on links on the Google, but I think you'll appreciate it because I have right here 8 tick marks, but you'll appreciate it after we're done. And in this episode, I'm going to do it live and in living color. We're going to do a test just to see what type of art I really enjoy. I like everything. Sometimes I walk up on a piece of art and I go, oh my God, I absolutely hate it. But you know what? I'm not scared. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to analyze it. And I'm going to look at its aesthetics and see what the artist was talking about. And then the next thing you know, class culture, it's something about it I absolutely adore. Okay? So let's get into this topic. To analyze is a measure of the attributes and relationships of an artwork or design. A discussion, a convo of how things are presented, including, let me see what I write, including thoughts of how things are contrast or different, or how things are the same and similar. You can have a million zillion combinations of discussion on a piece of art. That's why it's never boring or tedious to go to an art show. You want to be now you want to be there all the time. You want to be in line. It's better than getting in a club because you know you're about to experience something for the first time and you can say you were there. After this, I'm going to try to tape my next poem episode. Same thing with poems. You could compare, people debate, people discuss. It's fascinating. People write books on a poem or a piece of art. It's endless. Enjoy. Have fun. What's the first thing I want to share? Let's go straight to our favorite thing, which is the Google search, right? Yeah, let me make sure I have this in order. Now, I know I already put this in the description box, but give it 30 minutes after I make this live. I might clean it up a bit. All right, so let's start sharing. Analysis in art. Here we go. Let me make sure. So yeah, I'm doing this on purpose, class culture. I'm letting everyone get a little wet taste. Taste your, get your palate wet, get your adult beverage on, and then you'll be like, okay, yeah, this is worth $1.99 a month. Because this is the second word element, discussion topic in ArtSmart where I have listed, I count it. It's over 200 words, and I'm doing it. Bring it, 2021. I ain't scared. I've been wanting to do this for ages. All right, so let me put this up. ArtSmart analysis. Even if you can't read these little letters, you know how to click. You're watching me, okay? So let's get on with the subject. So I explained it. We are copacetic. We're talking about the topic of analysis, and I could put that piece of paper away. Okay, so, and those were sort of like my own words. I like to delve in what you have here. And again, this is Google and all. Here it says, and I'm always interested in what it says, determining what the features suggest and deciding why the artist used such features to convey specific ideas. The various elements that constitute analysis include determination of subject matter through naming iconographic elements, okay, iconographic, elephants, elements, historical event, allegory, mythology, etc. It's endless. Endless. It's been a long day, you guys. It's endless. You can have miles and miles and miles and piles of paperwork. But until you stand in front of a piece of famous work of art or someone you just discovered in a county fair, when you have all of these tools in your mind, it's going to be a whole different experience. I promise you. Okay? And we can discuss it. And always come back to the comment sections and tell me about it. The goal of a formal analysis is to explain how the formal elements of a work of art affect the representation of the subject matter and expressive content. The emphasis should be on analyzing the formal elements, not interpreting. It's sort of like going over to someone's house, eating their dinner and telling them what's wrong with it or what they should have done. Never, that is faux pas at best, amateurish, very unintellectual. You're there to analyze the elements in front of you. You can't tell the artist what something meant, especially if they wrote down what it meant. You can say what it means to you or how it makes you feel or the explanation of what they said, but you can't tell them what it meant. You can't do that. And you can, like they say here, you can analyze the elements, the oil, the choice of color, the size, the shape of the sculpture. But you can't say, you should have did this. No, you can't do that. Or don't even ask why. No, that's not the purpose. It's completed. There is no why. It exists. So yeah, that's the all part. Now, I'm always curious as to why I have a second one open. I know why, because I hit images. So let me see if it'll let me do it in the one. Yeah, it did. Okay, good. You know why? Because I have something already selected. That's why. Okay, so I'll stop there. And now we'll go to images. So that's number 2, right? Well, I better keep this piece of paper because I'm supposed to keep track. All right. So number 2. And it's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. I picked the same thing, didn't I? Okay, so let's pick the second one. Share screen. Did I get it right? Yep, I did. Okay. And I'm trying to keep them open just so I can make sure that you have the right information you need in the description box. So step 2 to analyzing any piece of art. Pay close attention to which art elements the artists use. Okay, the line, the shape, the color, the value, texture, space. These are things we will discuss in Art Smart. Look for ways the elements were used to organize the composition using rhythm, balance, movement, proportion, variety, emphasis, and unity. Some people are very good at that by off the top of their head. I don't like to play things off the top of my head unless I need to, unless I want to. I pull out my book, I go to an art gallery, and I have at it. I write down notes. I enjoy it. I sit down. I experience it because it might be an exhibition, meaning it's only there temporarily. So I'm going to sit in that room with that $5 million painting. Oh, yeah. I'm going to engage. I will have watched 15 YouTube videos and documentary on the artists before I even got there, because the most tedious thing you can do is waste a curator's time, a worker's time, is asking them any questions that you can pull up and Google yourself. Now ask them something you didn't find out. Engage them. They'll be that much more attentive towards you. Whatever that question is, I can't tell you what it is. Now, more and more of these episodes I'll have more insight, a little story time here or there. But right now, if this is your first time indulging and learning, take it slow. It's not a race. No one is an expert unless somebody pins a medal on your shirt and puts a cap on your hat and all that stuff. That's not what we're doing. So when you put in, let me go back top, images, that's what comes up. All these good tools, good information, excellent research. Okay? When you do this, remember, you can do a vision board. You can draw, sketch on your own. You can rip, tear, share, buy things off of Etsy and eBay and put it in a journal like this person did. How to analyze an artwork, a step-by-step guide. And you can click on that yourself. And it becomes a conversation. Maybe you want to, in 2021, have a journal with just talking about art and what you, 2 sentences on what you did today. And the rest of the piece of paper is analyzing a piece of art. Teach a child how to do it. Do it together. Figure out if you know what it's saying. And then get everything wrong and then figure out what you got wrong and why. It's so rewarding when you can read a piece of art. And sometimes you might meet someone that might have a different take, and you might have a debate about it over a beer, over a dinner. Come back next week and meet someone else again. I've had people walk up to me in an art gallery and just have open discussion. And that's what it's about, especially when it's a public place. That's the purpose. That's what you want. And then you might learn something from them, and they might learn something from you, and it just goes on and on and on from there. There are a million, zillion, billion ways to look up art, and wonderful art magazines. That's something instead of fashion magazines, I was looking for my magazine over here. I usually rip off the address where it tells you when they expire. I'm going to do less fashion makeup magazines and more art magazines this year. So when a subscription expires, I'm going to pick up some more art magazine. I had billions and billions of art magazines. I gave them all away. They were old. I kind of hate it, but I needed to do it because those things weigh like 8,000 pounds. I said, you know what? Let me let it go. It's the digital world now, but I am going to get like maybe 2 or 3 art magazines, 2 or 3 fashion magazines, and something else. I haven't figured out what the something else is. And then I'll live my life like it's golden. Shout out to Josie Beauty. Okay. As you can see here, I kept this window open, and I'm going to take a snapshot of it. Because when I put in examples of analysis in art, I just left the word of out. Look what happened. There's so many things that come up. You can never get bored with art. You can never get lost in a topic. You can never not learn something new. You can take one piece of art, study it for a whole year, and still won't be finished with it. Because then you'll find out authors, you'll find out family members, you'll read the first 4 chapters, and you've gone back to the library to get 4 more books about something you learned in that one book. It's amazing. It's amazing. But today we're just going to talk about examples, analysis, and art. Now this is the all, and this is the images. So let's go back to the all, and I think that's 3 and 4. So far so good. Now, what is art analysis? We already talked about that, right? Now, here it says, how do you write a painting analysis? Remember, you have your book, and you don't have to write it. You can just think about it in your mind quietly while you're walking around in a gallery. You know, how old it is, its size, the landscape, is it a still? Look at the artist's use of space, look at the color, the shapes, look at the movement of the forms, write down your interpretation of the mood. I say expression or experience. It is what it is. Okay, so this is a really good place to start. Now, some people are into art criticism. I am not. I appreciate everything. It does Deirdre no good to go against the grain of anything. It's very uncomfortable. It's a bad use of my energy. But if that's something you're interested in, go for it. Okay. Now this one, whoops. Okay. What are the 4 coordinates of art? Every work of art, and I'm going to snap that too. See, I have files and folders for myself as well. Gigi Darling is always in the constant mode of creation, whether I'm writing, drawing, crafting, tearing, collaging. I'm always doing something. So the 4 coordinates of art. Every work of art, such as a poem, a novel, an essay, a play, a musical piece, a painting, etc., has 4 basic coordinates: the subject matter, the artist, the audience. Here, let me do this, because it doesn't have number 4 on there, does it? Jesus. Okay. And its form. Okay. You can see it right there. It's hiding. The subject matter, the artist, the audience, and its form. Okay. Now, someone's always wanting to ask me a question. Go away. No, no, no. Okay. The 4 coordinates of art are the basis of the 4 principal approaches to art criticism and appreciation. I fall more into appreciation. These 4 approaches are, let me see, mimetic. I've never heard of that before. That's the first time, I swear. Maybe it was a long time ago, but anyway. Expressive, my tongue wants to speak French. Pragmatic and aesthetic or formal. Mimic. That's a weird word. Based on the subject matter, like we said, based on the artist, the audience, and the form. Expressive, pragmatic, aesthetic, or formal. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of that for Madame. All right, ask the tutors. I don't want to ask you anything. So I hope I'm still sharing that. I really do. Okay, for some reason, it was missing at the bottom. So let me stop sharing that and get on with the next share. And all of these are always down below. Some people ask, well, why don't you put all the links? No, you're being lazy. You click it, you look it up, you type it in. I add links when I feel I need to add links. I have to keep my channel on the up and up when it comes to all the important, pertinent information in my description box. I will never erase any of that. Not gonna happen. So, painting art critique. I think it's the next thing. Yes, I believe so. Again, I'm more, let me take the banner away. I'm more into just appreciation, being nosy, seeing what happens to me when I'm in front of a piece of art, or I'm hearing live music, or when I read a poem for the first time. At first, I just see what happens to Deirdre organically, naturally. I just see what's the first reaction, what's my first thought, feeling, mood. Sometimes it rubs me the wrong way, but then I can say, why did I have that reaction? And, you know, does it ever happen to you when you have a reaction to something and you don't really have an answer right then in that moment in time? And later on you go, oh, wow, I remember 5 years ago, ... That's art. And that's what I love about art. So when you put in painting art critique, this is what you get. Okay? How to critique your painting, critiquing a work of art with examples, all the good stuff. Best websites to gather art critiques online. You can tell that's in purple. I've hit that probably many times, especially when I was studying. Art critiques, create and critique. I think I have these open already. Yeah, very good. And if you look at the images on here, beautiful pieces of art. Look at that one. Stunning. And this is what we're going to get into on my members only. We're going to talk about pieces of art. I like intimate settings when I talk about art. I don't necessarily need a whole audience. So shout out to my members. It'll be perfect. Eventually, you know, the channel grows organically. We're doing just fine. We'll have more, but I say, yeah, I want to share that with my members who get it and appreciate it and want that type of interaction with Gigi Darling. So look at these wonderful pieces. So it's lots to do, lots to see. You have the rest of your life. Knock on everything. Be bold, be patient. Look at that. Stunning. Stunning. Okay. A good old classic there. Okay. Van Gogh. I mean, it goes on and on. Yeah, when I'm in a bad mood or something rubs me the wrong way or someone tries it, I always win at the end of the day because I have my art. No one can take that away from you. And you have your life and your experience and the beautiful things that you've collected along the way. I love this picture because you can get together with 5 friends and talk about art. Isn't that great? And then go out and have a pizza afterwards or go watch a movie. Art is for everyone. Here is a portrait. And here is a beautiful, I would say that's maybe in the Caribbean somewhere. I can feel the sun. I want to walk down that street. It almost looks like it could come to life. So yeah, I love art. Okay. So where are we at in time? Oh, okay, it won't be so bad. It'll be about 45 minutes because I don't even think I have 4 more, do I? Let me see what I have left. So I did that one. I'm going to share one before I do the quiz, personality test as far as art. Examples of art and analysis in art. Ooh. Okay, 3. Okay, 3 more. Okay. Which one do I want to do next? Samples of art. Some of these I feel like are repeats for some reason. Okay, it's because I clicked it. Okay, I like this one. How to analyze a painting. See a practical example. Let me make sure you can see that. Absolutely. I don't want to put the banner up there because it feels like it's blocking. This is a good website because look at over here, the different categories. Architecture. Ooh, well, that's cool. A whole definition pops up. Art, cinema. Nice, right? Conservation, restoration, tips, cultural heritage. Shout out to the word culture. This is why I wanted to share this with you guys. And everything after this is going to be members only. Just to give you some insight that we get down with the get down, and you're going to learn a lot. And I am going to private this probably on Sunday. Today is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's enough time. And then, bloop, probably Saturday night, midnight, I'll private it. Okay? Now, let's go back to this. Learn how to analyze a painting through a practical example. And what I like to do, that's the point of Google. That's the point of screenshotting, printing out in black and white so you can mark it up and write over it. Okay. Now, will this let me do? Yep, it sure will. Oh, nice. Red. All right, let's get into it. Formal analysis. These are basic things that the artists tell you. For instance, let's pretend like you're working with me and we are in the museum and we're opening up a new crate from a new artist that we said we're going to do an exhibit with. Okay. They're going to tell you the name of the artist, the title of the work, the date and site of production, previous and current locations, technical data, dimensions, material, general condition. Now, material means what it's made out of. They have to tell you that. It's not, it ain't no guessing game. They have to tell you that. The theme, the function, if it's a light, a lamp, we got like something that looked like a bucket. We didn't know what to do with it. And we called the artist. He said it was for ice. So he would have been pissed if we had it sitting on the floor with shit in it. You know, we got to ask them, what is it? I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's bookends. Artists are very creative. You'll put something somewhere and they'll come in the day before to review. They'll be like, that's not where it goes. Well, you didn't tell me. You didn't give me a function where tell me what to do with it. Structure, okay, and composition. They have to tell you that. There is no, I ain't guessing. I don't care who you are. You need to tell me. The content analysis, identification of the subject. Now, this is where a lot of galleries or a lot of people that are selling something, they won't put that on there because why? They want to sell it. They want to make money. So this is the part where they will agree with the artist or the agent or the rep of the artist on what you can say, how you can push it. You can't lie and say it's gold when it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So the content analysis includes identification of the subject, history of the subject. You can't lie and say Cleopatra owned it when, no, she didn't. Relationship between iconography and shape. So they want to know what you're saying, okay, about the piece of work or what you're putting on the piece of paper or in the brochure. They have to be in on that. You can't just say shit, just because you think you're smarter than them. No. Okay. So here's this picture, the lady in the pink dress. Richard Sheridan, Mrs. Richard Sheridan by Thomas Gainsborough. Okay. So we're going to analyze it in the formal point of view. I'm sorry I can't have it in the same thing here. It's okay. You'll live. You're going to click on this and you're going to get your life. So we identified who the artist was. It was made, or this is when they were alive, and it was made between 85 and 87. Now, see what I meant about a piece of work, a piece of art? It can take two years. It's supposed to. You're not supposed to rush that. Rush why? For who and why and where? Okay? So that's all the identification. And I'm not going to, you can read the other stuff. Technical data, the size, its oil, general condition. There's, no reason for that. So the theme is, it's this lady, she's 31, and she's in a landscape. She's surrounded by trees, the aesthetics. She's high society, sitting on a rock, fabric, fine garment, wavy hair floating in the wind. I mean, I don't have to go through all that, but you get the point. Those are the aesthetics of it. Okay, but I like this part. The posture of the depicted woman is in accordance with the melancholy of the scene. To me, it looks like a very dark day and she's missing someone. I don't know why. That's the first thing that comes out of my mind. She looks like she's pondering and she's missing someone, to me. I mean, why would you? I do that a lot. When I go outside to think about something, I sit on a rock, I look at nature, and next thing I might think is, oh, it's beautiful. I wish my mom was here, or something like that. So it was a private portrait and no data on the structure, but this is the part I like. What you interpreted can be totally different from the artist. But again, we don't cross that boundary and say, no, this is what they meant. No, it has nothing to do. That's not how you discuss art. So the technique used by the painter is one of many romantic portraits of the time with quick back strokes, often only suggested details. So this person had to have written that down. Note to hands, fingers tangled in the silk scarf, which is very lovely. We can't see it up that close. They are defined by summary brush strokes. So they're telling you, and he wrote down in his notes exactly how he accomplished this painting. That's amazing. Now, some people commit that stuff to memory. Gigi Darling does not. It adds no value to my life to know exactly how someone painted it. Why? Because I can always come back here and read it. I don't need to commit it to memory. Sometimes I shock myself and I go, oh, I remembered that. But it is beautiful and it's nice to know. Now, if you're an artist, that might be your jam. But I don't work in oil. So, only giving a slight suggestion of form. The diaphanity, the diaphanity of the strokes. That's a weird word too, but I'm not scared. I'm not shy. I'm doing this to help other people. Don't be afraid of a word you've never said, pronounced, anything. I could care less. Of the strokes is essential to the painter, conveying rhythm to both color and shape. And it is very pretty. It's not my jam, but the reason why I like this and I shared this is I'm getting into sewing period piece dresses. So when I saw this, I went, "Ooh, that's pretty," as a girl. But then also sorry, that's my chair. It also is very romantic. Today I did a story time, but it's also very relatable. I'm a nature lover. I'm always outside. Not lately because of the pandemic, but yeah, I could see me doing that is what I'm saying. I can totally relate. Even though this was hundreds of years ago, I rarely wear dresses. That's not the point. The point is I can go sit out on the rock and, ponder life. And it's very pretty. And now I know more about the painting. So if I ever saw this again, You know, I could say, oh, wow, I remember that. I talked about that in ArtSmart. It could be that simple. Now let's talk about composition. The composition line, let me see here, is a diagonal defined by the seated figure. Okay? And you see the blue lines there. The design excels for its diaphanous and free lines, organizing the composition around Mrs. Sheraton's face. Now, you often ask yourself, why did you start there? Well, you always start with the subject. It was about her. She probably had to sit in a chair. He had to finish that part. And then she got up and left, and he filled in the landscape later. So in my learning and my study of art along the way, that's what Deirdre got out of it. It had, the point of interest had to start somewhere. Well, it started with her and her face, because she sat down for this. So I get that part. And I just wanted to share that, because some people will go, well, why there? Why is the X there? That's why. All right. And also eyes and expression. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, it doesn't like it. I got to click off here first. Okay, here we go. And this is that's it. I'll let you read the rest. There is symmetry between the character and the landscape. There really is, because it's her and then the sky. They're sharing. The idea of movement and instability reveals in the natural landscape, as well in the main character, is a dominated feature. The wind is noticeable, okay, in both the hair and the scarf, as well through the trees and the leaves of the trees, of flowers, and the portraying woman. Now, you couldn't really see that, which is not really fair because it's such a small picture. But I've looked at it up close, and they're absolutely, see, everything's blustery, blowing, the curl in the wind. Very pretty. Okay. So there is a reason for analysis. This is one part of many parts. We talked about aesthetics. Now we're talking about analyzing. That's why people paint. That's why people create art. They just didn't make something just for you to pass it by or not notice it. Or when you're purchasing a piece of art or design, not have you have a discussion. They want you to discuss it. They want you to buy it. They want you to appreciate it. They want it to become an heirloom. And someone else along the line will say, I like that piece of art. That matters to me. So, and then they talk about the subject. She was a singer, and, you know, she fled to France. I mean, you know, you can go on and on and on. Okay. But I'm not going to bog us down with that stuff. That doesn't serve my purpose. So yay, 2 more to go. I knew this was going to be an hour. A lot of these subjects are going to be really, really quick, but it's okay. So let me see. I think I hit everything before I do the personality thing. Okay, yeah. And then the personality is next. Okay. But I love talking about this stuff. I've had a good day. Okay. So this is art proof, as in professor, prof, but I don't say that. I say proof.org and critiques. So this is another good website. And they have teaching art online, tutorials, critiques, supplies, other good stuff. Now, you might find something else when you look things up, but this is why I liked this site, you guys. Even if I never click on anything, this site is amazing because it has every category you can think of. And that's how I'm trying to do these episodes. I'm trying to be inclusive which is very hard. But yeah, it talks about drawing, printing, digital, illustration, watercolor, figure painting, politics, race, how to critique. That's what we're talking about. Analysis, character design, illustration, painting, portfolios. Now look, they have Star Trek. Okay. I told you guys I was a Trekkie. So let me pull this up. So if you want to know categories of art, this is just good for that without you clicking anything. And then if you click something, it goes beyond, you know, and your mind gets blown away. Comics, collage, animation, figure sculpture. So these are words you can start using, put in your lexicon, you know. Art school portfolios, photography, painting portfolios, identity and culture. Okay. Painting, abstract art, portrait painting, surreal art, 3D art, ceramics, installation art, Instagram critiques, website critiques, gender and sexuality, charcoal drawings, religion, landscapes. I mean, that itself, sorry if I went too fast, that itself was worth this website just to get all those categories down. Remember those pages, blank pages in your journal? Just add that on your title and go. You know, enjoy being an art lover on planet Earth. So I'm going to stop sharing that. And I definitely shared that below because I don't know how long this test is going to be. That's why I don't want it longer than an hour. So that's next. So leave everything down below. Tell me what you guys thought or what you stumble upon and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm ready. I'm ready to take this test live and in color. Okay. So, oh, wrong thing. Sorry. We already talked about that. So let me see. Personality test. Discover your art style. So, let me take a drink. And I will share this below. Tell me what you find out for yourself. All right. So let's hit it. All right. Do you like this artwork? I do. And I'm not going to say why. We're going to get, trust me, I have 80 more words. We'll get into that. Do you like this artwork? This is probably going to be really boring. This is not so much. So I will say exit. Do you like this artwork? Not so much. Yes, I like that one. Yes, I like that one. Yeah, it's okay. No. I have to say no. Yes. And you can ask me later on. Not really. No. Nope. No. I can find things I like about it, but I'm being very cutthroat. Yes, I like that one. And if you take this test, tell me if you saw the same things I saw. Maybe they switch it up. I'm thinking. Yes, I do. Oh, congratulations. Oh, do I have to join? Congratulations. Provide us with your details in order to sign up with Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing, but I'm going to sign up because I don't want you guys to see all my shit. All right. I don't want to sign up with Facebook. I got enough shit on Facebook. So I'm joining now so they can tell me, and then I'll share it with you. Oh, see? Oh, okay. I could have shared that. All I did was put my email in. Sorry. Y'all know how it is in this sector. Okay. You're the aesthetic, art lover, thrill seeker. Can you guys see that? Yeah, aesthetic. Oop. Oh, where did it go? Okay, here we go. I wanna make a copy. Sorry. Okay. Art lover and thrill seeker. That's true. Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. You say it again, Pablo. You're motivated by visual pleasure and you get a buzz from art. Yes, I do. Our data suggests that you spend more time and money on art than most people. Yes, I do. You go to more exhibits and you consider yourself knowledgeable. Yes, I do. I'm 7% of the population. That is so cool. But I wonder if it's going to be the same. If it's the same, don't pick them just because I picked them. I bet you it's not the same. I would think it's not the same because that would be boring. Anyway, oh yes, I love all of these. Oh yes, look at that. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to be hunted by them every time I pull up a link, right? Oh yeah, this is all me right here. Nice. Okay, I'm for it. The reason why I didn't like the pictures, you guys, I like actual photography. I don't necessarily need people in a painting. It's not my jam. It's quite boring for me, but you might like it. But this is a good website. Again, you'll take your own quiz. It talks about paintings, prints, photos, drawings, sculpture, artists, and I guess they have a board. And at the bottom, oh, that's so cool. Look at that drawing. More subjects. Nice. Let me earmark this, even though I'm saving it down below. You know what? I'm going to put that somewhere else. I don't know if you can see it. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to put it there. So when it's time to shop for a new piece, I can read a little bit. Yes, I'm buying more art this year. I'm buying a piece of art every month. That's it. I don't care. I used to just buy one piece a year. I'm like, you know what? I'm speeding it up for the next 2 years, and then that'll be enough. Because why? You run out of wall space. You run out of floor space. It's done. It's a wrap. Stop buying shit. Okay? So it's almost an hour. Let me make sure I shared everything with you guys. Yeah, I was just curious to see where I fell into that. And yep, it was excellent. And please, one more time, thank you very much. And then I'm going to delete this off my screen. Is please subscribe to my Class Culture Influx. It's not even a backup page. It's just another channel. I don't plan to use it as a backup page because I am going to upload things over there as well. I'm going to start just like I started a year ago, slowly, organically, acorn it. I have a lot of things going on in life. That's the last thing I'm worried about. But I just want to keep that in the forefront, and I'll share it maybe once or twice every once in a while, every month over on my community board. Okay, so let me make sure I shared everything, and that's the end of this show. So we did the personality test. We talked about analyzing. We talked about art critique. I showed you on the Google analysis in art, painting, art critique, examples of analysis in art, all in images. Yes, we did it. Another reason, you guys, I wanted to do this is because I have so many windows open. It's driving me crazy. Now I can close them. I'm scheduled to come on in an hour to do, what did I title it? It's a blow by blow. Oh, red herrings. Yes. So yeah, I'm just going to come on. We're going to shoot the stuff and just talk about some things. And I'm even going to try to squeeze in another poem, Art Smart, for my members only. So remember, Class Culture and Hearts of Gold, this is a one-time freebie. Everything else is going to be over there at the membership. The lowest membership is $199. Get your life. And throughout the year 2021, I won't make this announcement again. I'm just going to upload stuff and put it where I want to put it. Put it where I think people deserve to see it. Now, it's called Stellar. My Stellar level is $10 a month. So if you want to see everything, and if your production, it has to be on the Stellar level. I don't even know why they make you pick levels. I just wanted like one level. They were like, no, do this, do this, do that. I'm like, okay, whatever. But for instance, I keep forgetting the names of my own levels. I think it's first class. I'm going to do when I'm out shopping on that. So sorry, not sorry. Everybody gets a special treat. Everybody's invited. It should be exclusive because you guys are showing me all the love, blessing me, making my life even that much more charming. And I appreciate you, boo. Okay, I'll see you in the next live or upload soon. Thank you very much. We talked about analysis in art. Now you have 2 words you can use in your Art Smart journal: aesthetics and analysis. Okay, see you soon. Bye.
More carrots. Don't tear it. More carrots. Where's Garrett?